Sorry. Welcome to Alyx's World. I'm your host, Alyx, just Alyx, and this is a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Welcome to my, oh my god. Am I doing it? Am I talking about TNA Impact Wrestling? Oh my god! What reality is this? What realm have you entered where the guy that doesn't really have the best history with TNA is talking about TNA? What in the world have we gotten ourselves into here? I don't know. But while we're here, I want to thank you for making me a part of your day. And if you like that intro and you want me to do more stuff on Impact, or should I say All Elite Japanese Impact Wrestling, please be sure to like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. While you're at it, help expand the brand by doing the following things. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at JustAlyxCentral. Also give me a follow on Instagram. Donate using PayPal, Patreon. Super chats are officially on. Donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. You can also email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries or just to say hi. Get yourself a t-shirt today. Pro Wrestling Tees or Teespring. Get you a new school Alyx's World t-shirt. Get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt, but also get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie, America t-shirt made by It's J Knox and Fire Star Heart. And by the way, I gotta give some shout outs. A couple of shout outs to my patrons and also, surprisingly enough, my YouTube membership crew. So as you guys have seen, I have opened up YouTube membership. So starting this week, this whole list right here is going to be updated with not just patrons from Patreon, but also my people from the YouTube membership. It's going to be a big list. I want to thank all of you, every single one of you, for donating and helping make this channel the premier channel for wrestling content. So before we get started, let's get a word from our sponsorship. Today's video is sponsored by Amazon Music Unlimited, featuring 70 million songs and thousands of expert playlists. With Amazon Music Unlimited, you can listen to any song, anytime, anywhere, on all your devices: smartphone, tablet, PC, Fire TV, and even Amazon Echo. Today, if you sign up using the link getamazonmusic.com, just Alyx, you'll get a 90-day free trial that you can cancel at any time. Following that, you'll be paying a small $7.99 that includes no ads and no interruptions. Take advantage of this opportunity today using getamazonmusic.com, just Alyx, in the description below. Alright, let's give some shout outs to the people here in the live chat. First off, please show respect and love to the moderators: Firestar Heart, Ultra Shadow 97, Elias Demi, and Godzilla Hawk. By the way, Godzilla Hawk has started a broadcast, I think his own podcast, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he has, and I told him I would plug it, so I'm gonna keep my word. Please check out Wrestling Kaiju Podcast. Wrestling Kaiju Podcast is led by Godzilla Hawk, and I'm assuming it's just him. Maybe he has some friends, but check it out on GodzillaHawk.podbean.com. That's GodzillaHawk.podbean.com, and hopefully if he's here, he can come plug it himself. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do him a favor. I'm gonna get the link to the podcast and I'm gonna post it here in the live chat. So there you go. You guys can check it out for yourselves and you show him some love. Tell him I sent you. With that said, let me say hello to the beautiful people here. Hello to the following: the greatest ever Ghoul World Order, Joseph Winters, KB Brown, Sam 3, Swap Fan 100. Is it Rick Rose? Rick Rose. Hope I said your name right. Christopher Carter, Corey Payne, Taryn, is it Taryn James? Yeah, Taryn James, Taylor Thomas, Crusader Gamer, Darth Vapor, not Darth Vader, but Darth Vapor, Interesting name there. Anime Mania 500. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Emerola 408. Ashley Greer Crowder. Nixteru Blaze. Lola Star. Let's do 2 more. Shannon M 365 Elite T Gamer. And just because I'm feeling nice, let's get the last one to Psycho Walker. Welcome everybody. Welcome. 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 Let me turn on some super chats because apparently we got some waiting. Yeah. King Mike Touch showing everybody that he has arrived. The Super Chat champion who's sitting high and pretty with the belt. Now be careful, because Kenny Omega might just walk in and collect that belt himself. He'll have to wait until SummerSlam to collect it. Unless he just so happens to drop into the stream and donate, oh, I don't know, $1,000. That's not happening. Kenny Omega is not going to drop into the stream and donate $1,000. So King Mike Tuds, trust me, you're safe for now. Unless Omega decides to drop in and donate $1,000 and then you're fucked. Just saying. Alright, so let's not waste any more time. Let's just get to this review. I really thought, honest to God, really good show. Really good show from all parties involved. Commentary was great. Whether it was with just Matt Striker and D'Lo Brown. By the way, great pairing. They were really good. They worked extremely well with each other. But when you add Mauro Ranallo, oh, man, I don't know if Mauro has some kind of a relationship with just Impact or it's going to bleed over into AEW as well, perhaps even New Japan Pro Wrestling. But if they got Mauro under some kind of a contract where he can go work in different at different shows in different places, whether it's with AEW or New Japan Pro Wrestling, you gotta give this guy more TV time. Mauro was absolutely fantastic in that main event. We'll get to that main event in just a second though. I'm gonna save all my Mauro thoughts because I got all his quotes written down. He was phenomenal. Just straight up phenomenal. So let's just do the review. Let's just get right to it. I'm just gonna knock out the first few matches because let's be real, as much as I really enjoyed this show, the one thing you want to hear me talk about is the main event. So no offense to the rest of the matches, not that you were bad. Matter of fact, there wasn't a single bad match on this card. The most talked about match will be that main event. So let's knock it out. We had a triple threat for the X, not the X, but the X Division Championship. Ace Austin, who was the champion, took on Josh Alexander and TJP. Really good match. A very, very high showcase of Josh Alexander, one half of the North. He was really good in this match. Loved the technical wrestling. Loved the unique style of Ace Austin. And of course, TJP, he's really come into his own. You can tell he was, I guess you can say he was boxed in, watered down by WWE. Love that. I don't know what you call it. It's like he passes an invisible basketball through his legs and then hits a splash. Beautiful. Love that. But Josh Alexander clearly was the highlight of the match, and I'm so happy he won, actually. I think he'll be a great X Division champ. So congratulations, Josh Alexander. And good match. Then we had, I won't say the return, because although it is a return, it's really a debut of W. Morrissey. I'm gonna go with W. Morrissey, aka Big Cass. S-A-W-F-T, swapped. And his name is, and this guy right here, this is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for Enzo to come back. You know he's waiting too. If we got Big Cass, we need Enzo. And again, you have to wonder, is he going to be with Impact or is he going to transition over to AEW since they're in a relationship? Go all of the Japanese Impact. Anyways, yeah. I was very happy to see him. I thought he looked great. The match was basically about him being a monster and running through everybody, and it was exactly what it needed to be, and I thought the match was good. So, what was the name of the group again? What was Eric John's group? Was it Violence by Design? VBD, yeah, Violence by Design, and W. Morrissey win the match. They end up beating Chris Sabin, Eddie Edwards, James Storm, Cowboy James Storm, and Willie Mack, Big Willie. Now, we go on to Matt Cardona versus Brian Myers, aka Zack Ryder versus Kurt Hawkins. Yeah, this is the first time these two have fought. Right? I feel like this is their very first match in terms of them fighting each other. Someone look that up for me. I might be wrong, but I'm gonna go with it because I think I'm right. Yeah, man, I do believe this is their first match. This is their first match in terms of single competitors. I thought it was good. I especially liked the ending where they did a fake injury spot where Cardona landing on his leg, looked like he bent it, looked like he injured it, and then Brian Myers, like an asshole, pretended to care about him because they were former friends, and then took advantage of him and attacked him and laid him out. Because he's a jackass. He's an asshole. So there you go. Clearly, this isn't the end of their feud. They're going to have another match down the line. In terms of continuing this heat, continuing the rivalry, it did exactly what it needed to do. No issues. Good match. Brian Myers wins. You protect our boy Matt Cardona, who will eventually get his back later on. Sounds good to me. Maybe they'll do a 3-match series. And then following that, we had the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championship. I don't know when the hell they got Knockouts Tag Team titles, but okay. They took on, let me see, who were the champions? Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz. They call themselves Fire and Flava. Fire and Flava, interesting name, took on my girl, Jordynne Grace, and Rachel Ellering. I always love me some Rachel Ellering. I've always been a big fan of hers, and that's one of those talents that I'm very shocked NXT let go, because she's been killing it everywhere she went. Everywhere she's gone, she's been amazing. And of course, Jordynne Grace is a next level athlete, so this was a good match. The only thing that scared me was that ring apron spot where I think it was it Tasha Steelz? Yeah, Tasha Steelz took a spot on the apron when she was going for a cutter, and I think she missed and ended up hitting the apron very awkwardly. And I was certain she broke her back. I was like, well, she's done. She's not coming back anytime soon. Yeah, she's done. But no, she finished the match. So congratulations to her. But man, that spot scared the piss out of me. But she survived, and then in the end, Rachel Ellering and Jordynne Grace end up winning the tag team titles. Now, I should say this too. Jazz, remember former women's champ, legend Jazz? She's retired now, apparently. Retired. And she's the manager, or the, I guess the coach for Jordynne Grace. I was going to say Jason Jordan. And imagine him in Impact. No, Jordynne Grace and Rachel Ellering. So, alright. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. And I guess we can go to, because I'm really feeling this match. I gotta talk about this one. Wait. That comes after this one, though. The last man standing. I was going to talk about the tag team titles, the men's tag team titles, but I almost skipped over the last man standing match between, is it Trey Miguel and Sami Callihan. The match on paper, okay, for real. If you laid out the match on paper and you told it by the spots that happened, it's a really good match. Might even say it's a great match. There were There were times where Sami Callihan did some vicious things, like, again, in your head and how I explain it, it sounds brutal. Like a back suplex on the leg of a table. Like the bottom leg of a table. Imagine someone doing a freaking suplex on that. Or a scoop slam. It was actually a scoop slam. Yeah. Sounds brutal, right? A pile driver on steel steps. Sounds brutal, right? Suicide dive into the guardrail. Sounds freaking brutal. A wrench to the head. Ugh. Like, when I say this stuff out loud, you're thinking, oh my god, this was a brutal match. Unfortunately, the execution was kind of messy. There were a lot of times, no, there were more than that, where they botched a couple things, where it didn't look as crisp as it should have looked. There was even a spot, the table spot, where he did a scoop slam on the bottom of a table, the leg of a table. Like, from a certain angle, it looked gruesome. But then they did the replay and showed it where we can see him gently placing him on the leg of the table. And you're like, oh, why did you show that angle? Oh, that hurt it. I don't want to hate on this match because I know both men worked their asses off. So I'll say it was a solid match. It's just execution-wise, it didn't live up to, didn't quite live up to what was on paper. Because again, the match on paper sounds freaking amazing. It's just the execution wasn't all the way there. If that makes any sense. But, solid match. And the right guy won, Trey Miguel. So he can get out of the shadow of Sami Callihan. Alright. One of my favorite matches of the night. I really, really enjoyed this match. The Impact World Tag Team Championship match. David Finlay and Juice Robinson taking on Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, aka the Good Brothers. Now, those of you who don't know, I am a huge fan of Finn Juice. Love me some Finn Juice, especially from New Japan Pro Wrestling. I am a mark for Juice Robinson. So you'll have to forgive me if I like this match a little bit more than I'm supposed to. But this was great. Man, every time they did a spot with my boy Juice doing juice. Oh, little Dusty Rose on him. Man, that was great. But man, it just had really good chemistry. Really good tag team all around. Really makes you wonder why Vince hates this crap. Vince McMahon doesn't like tag team wrestling for some dumb dick reason. But it's still alive. Very well. Very much still alive. And Finn Juice retained. To my surprise, the Good Brothers can't get the job done, and Finn Juice end up keeping the belts. So my boy Juice Robinson keeps the belt and gets to go home and have sex with his wonderful girlfriend. I'm jealous of him. In case you guys don't know, he's dating Deonna Purrazzo. Speaking of Deonna Purrazzo, she took on Tenille Dashwood, aka Emma, for the Knockouts Women's Championship. I forgot how good Emma was, because I haven't seen her wrestle in a while. Yeah, this woman's the shit. But Deonna, I just love seeing her wrestle. I am a big fan of that type of style. Very Dean Malenko, very Kurt Angle, Bret Hart, Daniel Bryan-esque. I love that technical wrestling. I don't even know what you call it. It's like neo mat wrestling, neo grappling. It's a mismatch of different technical wrestling styles, and I love it. And she's amazing with that. I also loved her finisher. It's basically it's a tombstone pile driver, but inverted. So it's a tombstone, but instead of them facing you, she faces them outward. Regardless, it's a really cool finisher. I had my issues with this match, particularly with a couple of spots involving interference. Like, there was this one spot where Kimberly and Susan, they were basically Deonna Purrazzo's posse. They clearly interfered. The referee saw them pull out Emma, which is a disqualification. Clear disqualification. Didn't do anything about it. And I'm just like, guys. Now, I'm pretty sure the referee wasn't supposed to see that, but he did. So, like, you know, it just really annoys me where they don't cover their bases enough, and it's not just with WWE, but a lot of wrestling, and that just takes me out of it. Because in a real match, everybody would have just been like, "You saw it, ref, DQ," or kicked them out of ringside or something like that. Nothing happened to him, but Deonna Purrazzo ends up retaining the title, and after that, Taylor Wilde returned. Those of you who don't watch a lot of TNA, especially during those the golden years, you have no idea who that is, and that's okay. I do, and she looks great. So I'm assuming she's gonna fight Deonna next, right? Well, she about to lose, cause Deonna is queen. How about that? All right. So before we get to the main event, I see a few more super chats waiting to play, so I'm gonna let them go. Then I will get to the rest of the show. How long will Omega keep the belt? As long as he can. Personally, I don't see him dropping any of those belts until later on this year. So just get used to him being the belt collector. How about that? Alright. I think... Wait, is that all the super chats? I guess that's it. Alright then. So with that said, let's not waste any more time. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and thank you for clearing up that botch. Apparently Deonna Purrazzo is dating Steve Cutler. Who's dating Juice Robinson? Who did I get him mixed up with? Oh, Juice is dating Toni Storm. Oh, so okay. Toni Storm, Miss Thickness. The Thickness, Toni Thickness Storm. Juice hitting that. Yeah, I still like him. Okay, so let's get this straight. Right now. Deonna Purrazzo's dating Steve Cutler. Juice Robinson is dating Miss Thickness, Toni Storm. Alright? Now, who the hell is dating... Who's the other thick one? Sorry. There's a lot of thick ones. Who else was... Who's the other girl in NXT that I'm always talking... Whatever. We got that cleared up. We're not going to spend too much time with this. You want to hear the main event thoughts. Alright, so... Okay, yeah, I got that cleared up. Thanks. Yeah, okay, and the live chat's letting me know that, okay. Thank you for clearing that up. Thank you for clearing that up. I got it. I got it. Yeah, thank you for giving me that botch. My bad. Juice is dating Toni Storm. Deonna's dating Steve Cutler. Got it. Alright. So, now that we got that cleared up, let's go ahead and get to the main event. The main event of the evening. Let's talk a little bit about Mauro Ranallo. Man, these one-liners from Mauro. What was that? What was the one that ended the match? You can't spell Omega without O-M-G. And then the other one, how do you beat Omega? Even Siri doesn't know that answer. Like, he's just doing it all day, every day. Mauro elevated this match like it was nothing. Mauro made this one of the... I guess I gotta say it, easily one of the best main events Impact has had in a long ass time. Him being there elevated this match to a whole new level. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I'm sorry, the hype for this main event was not very good. It wasn't. I didn't see Rich Swann one time on Impact, not Impact, on AEW's Dynamite. I've seen Omega and Tony Khan, even Tony Schiavone. You saw all these people on Impact, walking through Impact, strutting their stuff. You see Matt Hardy, you see you know, so many other people just walking in from AEW's roster on Impact. Not once did I see Rich Swann, the world champion, walk in on AEW. Not once, not one appearance to even cut a promo. And so I'm supposed to think that Rich somehow, some way is gonna beat Omega. And I love that during the hype promo of this main event, you had all of these wrestlers saying, Rich, don't you dare lose that belt to Omega. As they should, because I'm like, God damn, man, I can't watch the championship that I bust my ass for go to AEW. I can't watch that. I can't watch it. So why is it that none of the AEW wrestlers were scared? One bit. One bit. I don't understand that. I don't. Someone explain that one to me, because I'm trying to understand how I'm supposed to be scared that Omega, or believe that Omega is going to lose the belt, when literally no one does. Not one person from AEW just assumed he would lose the belt. Okay. Whatever. I didn't like that. I thought that was pretty lame, honestly. I wish he would have appeared at least once. At least one time on Dynamite. But I will say this, despite the fact that he didn't get any TV time, Rich Swann has gotten so much better as a performer. He's always been good. And he's already proven to be a main event player because he's Impact World Champion. But I love the fact that when he sells, he does the little things to put over Omega's moves. See, what separates the greats from the average wrestler is their ability to sell. Selling is essential. It is important. And Rich Swann, he's starting to really master it. There's room for improvement. There were a couple of spots in there where I'm like, he could have sold that better. But I'm seeing little things that he's adding in, and I love that. And clearly, they see it too, which is why he's the world champion. So getting into the match itself, Don Callis' introduction of Omega. Kenny, by God, Omega! God damn. Don Callis can sell his ass off. Don Callis might be one of the best heel managers we have today, under Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is number one, of course, because Tribal Chief. But in terms of like being able to sell a match, being able to put over their opponent, while at the same time getting heat on himself and Omega, yeah, seriously, it's impeccable that he's working with Omega. He's really doing a good job. The match was amazing. Of course it would be. It's Omega taking on Rich Swann. It's two really good wrestlers who are great at their craft. There were a couple of spots in there that scared me. Both of them were off the top rope, and both of them were botches that could have killed or at least permanently injured the other one. I think they were trying to go for some kind of a back body drop off the top rope, and Rich Swann slipped, and Omega almost landed on his neck, and I'm like, Omega almost died. Great. And then you had, what was the other one? I forgot what they were going for, but I think Omega was teasing a one-winged angel off the top rope, and Swann was supposed to reverse it into a sunset flip powerbomb. Yeah, I was right. And then he completely messed it up. Omega trips off the top rope, and he rolls him up. So those two could have ended horrendously. Those two botches could have killed or at least permanently injured both wrestlers. But luckily nobody got hurt. Unlike what's his name, who kicked that guy on UFC and broke his leg. I guess someone told him to break his leg, and he took it literally. Jesus Christ. I had to put that in there. Anyways, yeah. So they did a pretty good job with the rest of the match. I thought, once again, love the V-triggers, love to sell the V-triggers. It was a little interesting that they had two referees in there. Audrey Edwards. I don't know who Audrey is. Aubrey Edwards. And then, was it Brian Hebner? The son of Earl Hebner? Yeah, Brian Hebner, who works for TNA. I think Brian Hebner got knocked out, and then Aubrey was the one who kept it fair, was the one who made sure that Omega didn't cheat, which further proves my point when we see Omega end up beating Rich Swann. Now, look, Omega clearly is involved with the storyline right now where he's going to go around winning all the belts. And I'm cool with that. I'm not going to complain about Omega winning here. Matter of fact, I wanted Omega to win the belt. I wanted Omega to walk out with the championship because I want to see how far they go with this belt collector storyline. Because as of right now, Omega has the AEW world title. He has the Mega AAA championship, which is their world title. And then he has the world titles from Impact Wrestling and TNA. So as of right now, Homeboy is Thanosing it up. He Thanosing it up. And he's collecting all the belts from all the top promotions. So now that he has the belts from Impact Wrestling, now I'm assuming he's going to get a different belt, maybe from Rev Pro, perhaps from NWA. Is he going to ROH? Or is he going to New Japan Pro Wrestling? Maybe all of them. But yeah, like Omega, he's trying to pull an Ultimo Dragon and collect all the belts. And I personally want to see how far this goes. I want to see how far this goes. And what will happen as a result. Because you get him all the belts, he instantly becomes the top champion in the world. He becomes the most marketable wrestler on the market because now he is the main event of multiple wrestling shows. And then you have to wonder who the hell is going to beat him for all these belts. Because that's the real story. Once he gets to that top, how long does he hold that top? When he becomes Thanos, how long does he remain Thanos? Until the Avengers come and beat him. Now, if you ask me, Rich Swann, congratulations. You had an awesome match. But if you ask me, when it comes to Impact Wrestling, once Omega's had his run on top as Thanos, the Thanos of professional wrestling, the best person to beat Omega from Impact, the more I think about it, based off of what they did throughout the night, who stood out the most, who impressed me the most in terms of wrestlers, I would love for it to be Moose. Moose! 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 Man, I love me some Moose. I think Moose should be the one to beat Omega. I just feel like Moose, when I think about overall talent, presence, microphone skills, in-ring ability, as much as I love Rich Swann, no offense to Rich Swann, I think he's fantastic. I think he's great at what he does. It just feels right for me personally to see Moose win the belts back. If not Moose, Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona. That also feels right. You guys tell me who y'all want to see Omega lose those belts to. In terms of AEW, that one's easy. Hangman Page. Don't have to think about that one. NWA, I don't watch a lot of NWA. So I guess Nick Aldis would just beat him for the championship again. AAA, who's over there that matters? Who's over there that really matters? I don't know. You tell me. And of course, the New Japan Pro Wrestling, I guess Kota Ibushi, that just feels right. I hope that's what they're setting up. I hope we see Omega beat Will Ospreay for the belt, and then we get, of course, Omega versus Kota Ibushi for the title, which would be a classic. I see someone asking me, what about MLW? Is that who's the world title? Who's the world champion in MLW? Oh, I think is it Jacob Fatu? I think it's Jacob Fatu. Oh no, he's not winning no WWE title. You can forget about that. But I do like the CZW, perhaps. I do like PWG and CMLL, perhaps. Sure. Now, I did check out MLW. It is Jacob Fatu. That would be a great match to have, actually. Jacob Fatu versus Kenny Omega? Oh, yeah. Give me that all day, every day. So, yeah, guys, that's gonna be an interesting story to tell. I want to see how far they go with this. And hopefully going forward, we don't undercut Impact Wrestling no more. Don't do that. I don't like the fact that they made it so obvious that Omega was gonna win. I love that Mauro was there to help elevate the match, but imagine how much hype you could have gotten behind this if you had Rich Swann appear on AEW TV. Don't undercut Impact. Don't do that no more, because that's not cool. I see all these AEW executives and talent on their show all the time. Other than the Good Brothers, if you're gonna have a major match that involves Omega, your AEW champion, on that show, then they need to, be shown. In my opinion, they should have definitely shown Rich Swann, because Omega could have potentially lost the AEW championship. Whatever. I just feel like they missed a big opportunity there. Not a big deal. Still a really good show. I thought Impact really brought it. I want more. Give me more. So let me know how y'all felt about this show down below in the comments. And of course, in the live chat. Speaking of live chat, what you guys got? Apparently, I missed a super chat. Nope. All super chats were played. Someone's saying that their super chat is on mute. Apparently, people are telling me that super chat is on mute. They can't hear it. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Apologies for super chat being on mute. I didn't realize it was on mute this entire time. Alright, so hopefully it's not on mute this time. Let me know.
For Yaz AEW using this to lure Aries and for Omega.
Okay, was it on mute that time? I apologize if it didn't get fixed. Hopefully it actually got fixed this time. I don't know. I really don't want to see Austin Aries and AEW, because he's a bit of a mess right now. Let's stay far away from him. Yeah, apparently Impact. Yeah, they just said it was fixed. Okay. I don't know what the deal was. Don't know why it wasn't working the first time. I didn't realize that the super chats were on mute. I apologize for that, y'all. Damn, that's embarrassing. Okay, well. Anyways, let's see what y'all got to say here. Omega is great. Well, yes, he is. Omega is really great. Let me actually get the full comment. Bonus baby. Omega is great, but how about the walking weapon Josh Alexander versus Leo Rush for the X Division Championship? Ooh, Leo Rush? I like that. Okay, Leo Rush, sure. I'm not against that whatsoever. Oops, what's that, guys? Oh, botch. Yep, I am pulling an Impact Wrestling right now. That's embarrassing. Okay. Someone was messaging me. Jesus Christ. No one saw that, right? This stream is all kinds of botchy. No one saw any of that. You didn't see anything. TJB defeated Omega. I'm doing a video right now. Shh. Oh, Joe. So Samoa Joe versus Omega. Sounds good to me. I'm cool with that. Tokyo Rockstar didn't like the show. Why? Why didn't you like the show? I thought it was a good show. Someone's asked me how was the show overall. Well, look at my grades, man. I already gave it my grade. Oh, let's give you guys grades. Yeah, welcome to the Botchamania live stream. This is what happens when I review Impact Wrestling. Be botching. See what happens when every time I review Impact Wrestling, something goes wrong. Something goes wrong. My freaking super chats don't work. I fall out of my chair. What's next? They're gonna take down this stream? Watch this stream get a copyright strike because I don't know. I'm cursed when I review Impact Wrestling. What are my thoughts on the possibility of Samoa Joe and Mickie James appearing at Slammiversary? We'll have to see. We'll have to see about that. Has there ever been a triple world champion before? No. This is the first time we've seen a guy win the world title in 3 different promotions. I think so. Alyx, since you're on a Raw cleanse right now, are you gonna review the Impact Wrestling TV show in place of WWE Raw? We'll have to see. As of right now, I'll stick to the pay-per-views. I'll stick to pay-per-views only. I don't really feel the need to continue watching the show because there really isn't a hook unless they get Mauro Ranallo. If they get Mauro, sure, happily I'll continue watching. Happily. All right, let's do a couple more. Great Muta had all the Japan belts. He did. Great Muta championships. Oh, he's not lying. Yeah, Great Muta did in fact hold all the belts. So it wasn't just Ultimo Dragon. Wow. Yep, I see it right here. Great Muta holding every single one of them belts. I see that. Wow, he looks great, by the way, with all them belts. Okay. I need Chris Bay to go to Dynamite and beat Allen for the TNT title. No, that's not happening. That's not happening. Sorry, buddy. Darby Allin is a massive, massive star in wrestling right now, and I doubt anybody's beating him for anything. Anything? Anything. Anything? Anything. So, alright guys, we're going to go ahead and end it here. Give me your thoughts down below in the comments about Impact Wrestling's Rebellion. This has probably been one of my worst live streams, because that's what happens when I review Impact Wrestling. I be botching. So hopefully next time I won't be botching. Just botching all over the place. Let me end this before we can botch again by saying thank y'all for watching. Leave a comment and give me your thoughts down below. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's World. I'm out. Peace.